to another episode of Don't Do That. This time on Mad as Hell Monday. Welcome back. Got some pretty good stuff going on. I actually got something that kind of, I see it like this, being a millennial, you know, we just see things differently, okay? We don't usually like take, not as judgmental as most. I would think anyway, at least I'm not. You shouldn't be. The shit that we grew up with in the millennial, shouldn't have a problem with a lot of stuff. But here we are, 2024, and we still have issues. Rather disturbing, to be honest with you. So now what we'll do too, as I have brought you in with a little bit of what we're about to do, we'll go ahead and bring 16 on. Go ahead and get him out here and ready to go. Alright, 16, let's bring it.
Alright, what's going on? Happy Monday, everybody. Or here we go. We starting the week off
mad as hell.
Mad as hell that the weekend is over already.
Man, I'm telling you.
For sure. Now today my phone is filled with mixture of from the page and from me, 2 and 2. So
well, let me go ahead and at least get this one out of the way.
Yeah, I was about to do the ladies. I was about to do the Queen Latifah.
Ladies
first.
Okay,
first.
So I follow this page or whatever, and she was doing like a little reaction video to the thing or whatnot. And of course, whenever you watch little things like that, you got people in the comments just being complete idiots. So now, for a lot of people, especially now, a lot of people grow up in big areas, very interracial areas. So sometimes you'll actually find those people that are of not of any of the culture that will actually learn it, respect it, love it, because it's part of their life. So this young lady, growing up, she had to learn how to do her own stuff, get herself glammed up, because it was her, dad and mom didn't really do much of that, so she taught herself literally how to braid her own hair, and it was all from the time she was able to get herself together all the way up until like now. But within the process, she had learned so much about it, of where it came from, what it meant, so she had a lot of respect
the hair braid.
Yeah. Okay. Now, mind you, growing up, people would have her do their hair.
Oh, she got that good at it.
So she got that good at it, really nice at it, or whatever. And we have a controversial thing when it comes to braids on what culture it belongs to, where it belongs to, and it,
okay.
I get it, I understand it, because there's also a young lady in the post, and I loved it. She broke it down respectfully, explained like, hey, this is what it is, because as we all know and have all seen out there, that these young children, these young black children, are being suspended or sent home because of their hairstyles, or have also been called ghetto or hood rat or whatever. We've all seen this, so I don't have to point you in a direction for research. It's right there.
Right.
And there was also young women on there also talking about and explaining their personal experiences. So and I went up there, and I had, had a lot of respect for that, and I stated that I wish we all could sit down and talk like that instead of always getting into some sort of argument, because there's always a Jill McClure out there that's going to come out there and make everything as if it's cap and it doesn't happen or whatever, but it's like you lived an entitled life. Okay, you can't sit there and tell me otherwise. You're white.
It's crazy.
So you can't sit there and say otherwise, and you sit there and say nobody's ever been called ghetto or hood rat or whatever.
How do you know?
Because of their, how do you know? And I'm like, there's, and I came in and I'm like, there's stuff out there. Are you kidding me? All over the internet. And then on top of it, there's people right there telling you their experiences, and you're calling them a liar. And then when I come in to, say like, hey, this is what I've seen personally. I've seen this shit. I live in Lansing. It may not be a huge city, but it has so many different cultures. So many different religions, cultures, whatever, people, humanity to learn from, period. So I was told that I hang out with a bunch of racists because that's where I get it from. That's where I hear it from, and it's like, no, it's literally right here in front of your face. Don't, whenever an argument is not going your way, stop with the racist stuff. Calling people racist and all that other good jazz, because I'm not here to argue with you.
That goes.
Really? Are you seriously going to sit there and say, oh, well, you must have heard it because you hang around racist people? So, I mean, at the same time, I see it like this.
Well,
I mean, I'm not going to do that.
Going into racism.
I would have showed her picture and go ahead and put her name on there so you can look her up on Facebook. But
that is getting close into the political realm. And
it is very close, but
we don't want to,
But at the same time, again, I respect how everybody feels on that.
Definitely don't be that. Definitely don't be that person.
Because just because I stood up for somebody.
Don't be that person to just try and win an argument by injecting the race card, or it's now you're let's make it racial so we can be this argument now. Or
because I've never experienced I've never had to have, be held down and brush my hair and this, that, the other thing, and neither have you. I mean, maybe I'm being judgmental, but it didn't look like you did, because you definitely look about as white as I do. But I do know that there are people out there that do have that awesome hair, unlike me, that's naturally straight. But I mean, you're still white though, so you don't have the same experiences. You get praised on your hair because they get called ghetto and hood rat, while you get, oh, you look so cute, oh my god, where did you learn how to do that? So that's my issue. So no, I don't really call that political. I don't consider that political, because you stop jumping to calling somebody racist when it doesn't.
It might not even really be political. It might be me just tap dancing around because we have gotten we got the haters lurking and reporting everything we do. So now I'm like listening to every word that we say now, and like monitoring myself beforehand, because we got haters watching. Like, that's crazy. But that goes into mine, which is, don't be that person to be out here trying to crush somebody's ambition, their drive, their happiness, whatever they're doing, to help them vent, to help them get through. It might be therapeutic for them to do a weekly show or a show 3 days a week where they vent their frustrations about what's going on out in the world. That might be therapeutic to someone.
Yeah, somebody
it might be therapeutic to someone to watch it.
Yeah, and see that they're not alone. I mean,
so don't be that person to be out there just being a hater, drinking all kinds of haterade, and
just juicing yourself up, bro.
Just please, please stop it. Like Mike said, stop it. Get some help. Like, just don't be that person. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be out here crushing people's dreams and aspirations, and just because you might not yourself have that drive, that ambition, that ingenuity, you might not be able to materialize things from thought. Other people are able to do that with strong enough drive, strong enough dedication to the cause that they're pushing for. They can make this happen. Don't hate on them because you can't do it. Don't be that person. Don't do that.
I don't give a, don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. We ain't here for that.
Nope, we ain't here for that.
We ain't here for the haters.
We ain't here for that. But now it's,
Alright, now this, we have a lot of, nowadays, we have a lot of delivery apps, the ability to get food delivered to you, all that other good jazz, like through DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatnot. Don't be that person that orders it, gets their food, so on and so forth, and then you proceed to sit there and say, I didn't get my food. You literally have to let them know personally yourself that you didn't get your food. Don't do that. You're messing with people's jobs. Literally messing with people's, like, people will lose their
job. So they will get the food and then call and say
they never ordered it. And then this other, because now mind you, DoorDash, Uber Eats, places like that are now considered independent contractors.
Yeah.
And whenever you're going through a company like that, you literally lose your job. You will not have availability for the app. You will not be able to deliver stuff like that because you wanted free food. You decided you wanted to mess with literally mess with somebody's money and all.
They would get the food delivered to them.
Yep, and then contact DoorDash and say that they never received it, and then it proceeds to be. Like,
and so then what do? They credit the person's their card back.
They proceed to the other person can lose their job and will not be able to pretty much proceed with DoorDash anymore. And then depending on how bad it was, I mean, they may not be able to actually do any other kind of independent contracting through any other services. So at the same time, you just hit a double whammy right there. You mess with somebody's money and mess with somebody's job. Like, that's
2 big no-nos.
2 big no-nos. Like, bro, like, you need to go up there. Like, that deserves a straight butt whooping.
Butt whooping.
I'm proud of myself.
Yes.
I'm so proud of myself. You have no idea. Because really, don't be that person.
Haters, I swear. But, okay. Speaking of but. But the next one is, don't be that boss that gets angry because people aren't doing everything they're being asked to do when they have not been trained to do so.
Fair enough.
If someone has been in the pocket, is what I call it. If someone has been in the pocket and they have spent the last year and a half learning that particular position, everything that it entails, and they know this position top to bottom, they are pretty much one of the best people in that position. Don't do that. Don't get mad at them when you want them to do something and they're unable to do it because they have not been trained.
Or they don't do it on a regular basis.
If they don't do it on a regular basis and they don't have the confidence to do the task because they have been in the pocket doing 2 or 3 specific tasks, or maybe 10 or more specific tasks.
Maybe if you use your mental health, it probably gets you out of doing it.
But I run into a lot of bosses that will either ask you to do something that they can do themselves, or are unable to do a job that they are angry with you that you are unable to do. Now make that make sense. Make that make sense.
I don't think it's plausible. I don't think it's plausible.
Man, I'm sure that there are more than a handful of jobs, because I've been at more than a handful of jobs where supervisors are supervisors but don't fully know the job of the people that they're supervising. Like being in a warehouse and being a supervisor of, say, someone that unloads and loads a truck, but you've never unloaded and loaded a truck. You were in a whole nother position somewhere else in the warehouse, and then you got promoted and they moved you to that area because they didn't want you to have friends, this, that, other. That, you know,
which is understandable.
Which is understandable.
Sometimes you can't do that because, you know.
But if you were not trained in what these men and women are doing on the floor, and you're their supervisor, when you're asking them to do this and that, but you've never done this and that, and you don't understand what it entails, what blood, sweat, and tears it takes, they are going to have issue. Mm-hmm. Because they feel like you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't do this. And if you truly don't, right, therein lay the danger.
Well, and also don't forget either, then at the same time, for those that have even still started in a position, don't forget that when you're promoted out of that position but same area, don't forget what you went through and what your people are still going through. Don't forget about that. Show how much you value those that have actually been there, basically, like, genuinely, your day one, period. Ain't never lied to you, ain't said nothing, you know, but been, you know, great worker, and you know how good they are. And you know that anytime they open up their mouth to say something, that they say it out of a genuine respect. Not one of those that just want to be able to get what they want. Because that's what they want, and they feel as if they're deserving of it because they were your friend. Be careful of that. I'm just saying, you know, at the same time, I mean, I'm not, am I lying? Am I lying? So alright, on to the next one.
Okay.
On to the next one. Let me go. Oh, I don't even have to look at it because it's just gross.
Let's close it out. Let's close it out with this one. Go ahead.
Alright. Do not let your animal use the bathroom in somebody else's yard. And leave it there.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Alright? I mean, at least if it happens, because, I mean, if a dog's gonna, they're gonna, whatever, they're gonna do it. But if you notice it and you see it, like, oh, well, crap, that's my animal. That's my fur baby. That's my child. That, you know, you need to pick up after, because the dog, the dog's gonna use the bathroom.
Facts.
Wherever they want to use the bathroom. Pick up after your animal. Yeah. Don't leave, especially if you know that person has kids. The animal don't know nothing about
human rules and boundaries and stuff. That's all on you. So
and remember, ladies and gentlemen, black pepper over the areas. If you do have neighbors like that, just put that black pepper over to mask their scent. It doesn't harm the animal, but they're not going to be able to smell where they've been marking, because they'll go right directly to that same spot.
Oh, wow.
Pick up after your dog. Pick up after them. That's disgusting. It's not somebody else's responsibility.
It's not.
So.
It's not.
Just disgusting. But alright, we're going to leave out with you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you guys on Wicked Wednesday.
Wicked
Wednesday!
Yeah.
On Don't Do That.
On Don't Do That. So,
again,
thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to 16 TV. See you Wednesday.
Doot Dat.
Peace!